bills, and then I had another major piece of legislation, the last bill that Governor Strickland signed into law, and it was the standalone felony with increased penalties. And I had to fight 5 years to get that. We thought, many of the people thought, and prosecutors thought we would just add, abduction, kidnapping, all those other things, and then, that would be trafficking. Well, in the United States, the federal government has a specific high standard for trafficking offenses, and for us to really annihilate this thing in the city, in our cities, in our state, and in our nation, all 50 states just this year passed standalone felony legislation and made it a crime in their code, which is huge. Now, we are starting with safe harbor. We're not arresting rape victims. We don't arrest rape victims if no money is exchanged, right? Why would we arrest rape victims if money is exchanged? How much more disgusting is that? So really it's the thought that we need to protect our children, our young people who are entrapped against their will, and basically it is slavery. So we have we did a comprehensive piece of legislation. I wrote a letter to all the decision makers in the state of Ohio because I didn't want human trafficking legislation in a comprehensive sense to be the last bill where a lot of other things could be attached. I wanted it to be the first bill in the next General Assembly, so I wrote to the new governor, Kasich. All the decision makers sat down and I lobbied, just like a lobbyist. Some people might be lobbyists here. Okay, well, I was a lobbyist, and I am the lobbyist for the children in our state. And I have finally found why I'm here, because I really never wanted to be a legislator. I wanted to be here. So now I know why I'm here. And it's for this purpose. And I thought it was going to be education, and it still is education, because education is the answer at the end of the day. So what we do is we don't arrest the victims in juvenile court. Their complaint is held in abeyance, and juvenile court judges wrote this law, by the way. Law enforcement wrote this law. The people in the trenches wrote this law through the Human Trafficking Commission, not just a brainiac as a legislator who have good ideas. We went to the people who do the job every day and say, how's this going to work? And the FBI task force was integral in helping us figure out how we need to adjust this and help law enforcement understand this is a new way of thinking about this. So they're not charged, they are provided services. And I talked to juvenile court judge Connie Zemmelman. She's just phenomenal. She works very closely with Children's Services. Now they're not so keen on providing services in trauma treatment care. They basically want to get the good children and the young children adopted. The children that run away, they never have to provide services. Before this law, Children's Services in Lucas County tried to say to Judge Zemmelman, they're just runaways. They're runaways, so we don't have to service them. Did you know that? Did you know that Children's Services does not have to service runaways? Because then they'd have to spend money. So we have a big job to do in looking at the well-being of our children, our Children's Services, all of the welfare involved with Children's Services in someone's life. That it's not their fault, but they may have a tough situation at home. They might have been sexually abused, neglected. We're 10th in the nation for child abuse and neglect. Explains so much. That explains so much. And when I found that out about, 10 years ago, I was horrified. And saying, okay, what do we need to do to change it? Because that affects a child in school. It really does. They have a hard time concentrating. There are things that are going on at home, so they can't learn division. I taught 4th grade. It's really tough. So those are the kinds of things that we as adults need to be adults and realize what needs to happen in a child's life if things aren't going so well. And it happens in every geographic location as well, an economic level.